Good morning, everyone. So, we are assigned to discuss the lesson about ASEAN integration. So, to start with, do you know what is this? I think you are familiar with this picture. Well, this picture is the logo that represents ASEAN, which stands for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. So, it is a group made up of countries in Southeast Asia that work together to help each other grow. So these countries cooperate to maintain peace, improve their economies, and support one another in different areas like education, culture, and health. So what exactly is ASEAN? So the Association of Southeast Asian Nations aims to promote political and economic cooperation and regional stability among member states. So the ASEAN was formed to help Southeast Asian countries work together peacefully. So the main goals are promoting peace and friendship among member states or member countries, helping each other grow economically, and maintaining regional stability or keeping the region safe and stable. So when was the ASEAN established? So as you can see in the picture, the ASEAN was established on August 8, 1967 in Bangkok, Thailand. So five countries have started it, including the Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and lastly is the Thailand. So they signed the ASEAN Declaration to officially form the organization. Now, as you can see in the picture, today, ASEAN has 10 member countries. So here's when each one joined. So the Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand, which is the first five countries, established it on August 8, 1967. So following is the Brunei, which joined in January 7, 1984, and the Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar joined in July 23, 1997, and lastly is Cambodia, which joined in April 30, 1999. So these 10 countries now work together on tourism, education, and regional trade. Now, as you can see in the picture, this is the ASEAN flag. Now, let's move on to the representation of the ASEAN logo. So, the ASEAN emblem represents a stable, peaceful, and united and dynamic ASEAN. So, the colors of the emblem, blue, red, white, and yellow, represents the main colors of the state's crest of all ASEAN member states. So, the blue represents peace and stability, red depicts courage and dynamism, and white shows purity, and yellow symbolizes prosperity. So the stalks of paddy or the rice in the center of the emblem represents the dream of ASEAN's founding fathers for an ASEAN comprising all the countries in Southeast Asia bound together in solidarity. So the circle represents the unity of ASEAN. So now let us talk about what is ASEAN integration. So it is a long-term vision for economic, political, and security unity. So the creation of the ASEAN community composed of three pillars, which is the ASEAN Political Security Community or the APSC, the ASEAN Economic Community or the AEC, and the ASEAN Sociocultural Community or the ASCC. So ASEAN integration means the countries are working closely to become more connected in. So in politics and security, helping each other stay safe. In economy, ASEAN trading and doing business together, and in culture and society, the ASEAN are sharing and learning from each other's culture. So together, this creates the ASEAN community. So now let's talk about the ASEAN Economic Community, which is one of the main focus of our lesson today. So it was formally established in 2015, and its goal is to create a highly competitive, economically integrated region. So the key components of this are free flow of goods and services, free flow of investments, and integration into the global economy. So the ASEAN Economic Community started in 2015, and its goal is to help ASEAN countries trade freely and grow stronger economies. So the main ideas of the ASC is goods and services can move more easily between countries. People can invest money and start businesses in other ASEAN countries, and ASEAN will become more connected with the world economy. So, for example, a company in the Philippines can sell products more easily to Thailand or Vietnam and vice versa. So now let's move on to what is economic development, which is the first subtopic of our lesson today. So, economic development refers to the process by which the economic well being and quality of life of a nation improve. So, economic development is when a country improves the lives of its people by creating more jobs, building better schools and hospitals, and making sure that the people have better incomes and quality of life. So this timeline shows how ASEAN worked step by step to create the AEC from 1992 to 2015. So they've made plans, agreements, and projects to connect their economies. So the goal was to be ready by 2015 and they continue to work together even now. So for example, in 1992 they started lowering the trade barriers and by 2015 many products could move without extra taxes. So as you can see in this picture, it shows the ASEAN economy, ASEAN trade, ASEAN investment, and lastly is the ASEAN people.